Hey everybody, welcome back. It is time for this. Good lord. Fae events for November through beginning-ish of December. Now, just a quick reminder, Daylight Savings has happened, okay? And this is in Pacific time, so if you're Eastern, like me, the time zone that probably gets just absolutely rolled the most in any gacha game reset time, just know that it'll be next day, technically, because anything happening this day is at 11 p.m. Pacific, which would actually be 2 a.m. Eastern the next day, right? So just kind of remember that. Anywho, that is what we're doing. But before we do that, I wanna do this real quick, because this just literally happened today. Dead ass. This just happened today. Okay, so I don't know what I signed up for. Oblivion Knight just kind of DM'd me and was like, "Hey, I'm doing a Grand Conquest stream. Do you want to do it?" And I yeah. Because I felt like saying yes without having any context for the first time in my life. And evidently it's a draft. Pog. So that's cool. We're gonna use your units, evidently. So go follow Oblivion and send your units. I'm kicking it with Zishadow and DTM, by the way. That's our squad. Which, by the way, just for the record, I did call out Joel. Okay, Joel, you're probably not watching this. You're making your own video, bro. You're literally recording right now what I'm telling. Okay. If the Tuesday squad, which is not us, God's Chosen Warriors on Thursday, manage to progress further and do better than Thursday squad, let's go. Then I will send Joel my stuffing recipe just in time for the holidays. Because literally just because. Okay, anyway, that I wanted to make it more interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay, so that out of the way. It's probably fine that I talked about that. I don't know. Anyway, I did not clear that by Oblivion. Maybe I should have. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Event schedule. Yay. I'm gonna be giving my expert opinion analysis on this, okay? Don't pull on like literally 80% of these banners. Before we talk about them, just know you probably shouldn't pull on like literally any of them, because there's a lot to pull on. Okay. All right. Special heroes. Our path ahead. You know, that banner where I dropped 700 orbs, which was like $200-ish for me. Yeah, and I got 3 Micaiahs. That banner, that's going on until the 20 or the 6th, the 12/6, not the 26th. God. And then there's other ninja banners happening here or there. Okay, it's a great banner, but because it is going on so long, you will actually know what's coming for new heroes, which is going to be the next book and more. Okay. So you'll know what's going to be on that banner before that one ends. All right. So if you're on the fence, don't worry about it. Maybe you've pumped 1,000 orbs ish into it and haven't gotten squat diddly out of it. Don't worry about it. Bide your time. All right. Bide your time. Because this will literally overshadow every other banner that's happening this month. Okay. And knowledge is power, so you should wait to know what is actually happening everywhere else before you spend, you know, your second mortgage on it or something. Not saying anything specifically there. So yeah, that is great. This will likely have like a new mythic or legendary for us for the new book. plus other things on it. So just be aware of that. New heroes. Bro. So remember when I was like that weird thing that like killed Freya? Whatever that thing, that ganglion, that thing? Yeah. I was convinced it was some sort of mythic. It's not. It's the least looking Fire Emblem thing I've ever seen in my life. But it has I'm not entirely sure what kind of being we are dealing with here, but I will just use they. They have the rearmed dagger. Whoa, that's crazy. I love that, by the way. I love that. I have so many things I want to put. See how it's perfectly overlapping? Do you see how it's perfectly overlapping? See how they end like literally at the same time? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so we don't know if that particular character is going to be on said New Heroes banner. But imagine, if you will, me out here preaching about rearmed dagger needs, and then suddenly getting it alongside a Micaiah alt banner that has done me so dirt. Why wouldn't they be having it at the same time? So it's probably that. I'm gonna be honest. Just out of sheer ironic capability, that is probably what's happening there. The Legendary and Mythic Hero Remix 1 and 2. Okay, 2 remix banners. Probably gonna have some good stuff on it. I believe this is the Dimitri Plumeria Focus ones. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Those are kind of hit or miss. I kind of feel like these should just be treated as account filler options if you're looking for particular things. Unless, of course, you actually want a legendary or mythic that's on them. The 5-star options, I feel like are just kind of like, ooh, well, I need this skill, or I'm looking for a merge of that. Then, you know, pick and choose as you go. So, those are kind of up in the air as to whether or not you should pull. These will be tempting. They'll be very tempting. Okay, Luna skills, no one's pulling this banner for Luna. Same with Draconic Aura. Instead, okay, they're gonna have busted heroes, number 1, because it is November. Okay. Number 2, this is just an excuse, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. An excuse, I say, to put something very unassuming and simple like, ooh, look, Luna special. That's so neat. And then they hit you with like some kind of distant attack speed solo thing. And it's, you know, like, ooh, I want that. That's what these are. They are baits with just the most unassuming things ever. It's like you're walking up to a puppy, okay, and it's cute, and it's just got like little curly, fuzzy hair and the little tails going boop boop boop, and then you walk up to it and then it turns into a freaking werewolf, right? And you're like, oh my god, where'd my wallet go? That's what these banners are. Okay. I feel like it's a great analogy. Why does a werewolf want your wallet? I don't know, but it does. So that's what those banners are. Okay. Special There's Revival in the Moment. Summoning Hall Forms of Revival. Sure. Okay. Don't worry about those. Probably. Unless you want or need anything on there. Again, account specific. The double special heroes. I will likely be putting out the next double special heroes banner prediction this weekend. Maybe even tomorrow. So just wait on that. They are a little less predictable now because evidently, ooh, we can just go back and pick duos from wherever we want. Ooh, KCB's too good at predicting things. Ah! Yeah. Exactly. I'm upset about it too. But here's what it is. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what that is. Just wait. It does overlap a lot. Okay. There's a lot of overlappage happening here. Hall of Forms. I don't think we know what that looks like yet. I'm pretty sure we don't know. It should be Path of Radiance. Who is going to be on it? I have no clue. PM1 usually has a pretty good idea, so I'm sure there's a video out there of it. You should go check that out. I'm still kind of hoping that for whatever reason they bump Legendary. I thought for literally a year, I was like, dude, Legendary X coming back in January? Pff, nah, dog. They're gonna bump him back. And then they didn't. Well, they did. It just wasn't December, which is when Radiant Dawn is. They bumped him to November, which is when Path of Radiance is, but that's not where his character. So maybe he's Hall of Forms, but probably not. I don't know. I'm hopeful, is what I am. And then the new Mythic Hero. This brother. This is probably a twofer. Okay, this is probably like a Kevasir Golvig mashup, or just a Golvig and somebody else who's super random in there. It's probably, historically speaking, the last couple years, it has been a double mythic, okay? Or a mythic and a legendary, or something going on. So just be aware that they could sneak a couple in there. Ooh, how very cheeky of them. And then that's pretty much it. This revival is going on right now. This is probably worth a tickets pull, unless you really want either first times of like Rearmed Ophelia or Emerge on your Sather. But again, there's so much happening over here in this area, and then there's just this over here, but then there's like all of this. It's hard for me to recommend. All right, that's all I'm saying. These are things. These are things that are happening. I'm doing a cold reading. I don't know if you can tell. Bound Hero Battle of Katria and Est. Somebody... Okay, I think one of my mods paid off is to have that happening. Grand Hero Battle. Very cool. Mythic Battle, Grand Hero Battle, all these things. All these things are happening. Okay? Do them. Get your free stuff. There is lots of free stuff in November, December. Okay? There's going to be bonus packs that you can buy. There's going to be probably really good Resplendence. Maybe announced. Something will happen that is really good. Okay? So just make sure you're logging in every day. That's the thing that I can recommend the most. And then there's this, which will be met if you just log in a bunch. But I know you guys are usually just here for the banner talk, so that's what I'm going to focus on the most. And again, I'll have a deep dive into what the double special is probably going to look like soon. So look forward to that. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. This is way longer than I wanted it to be. Anyway, but that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. I will also put out a video about what I plan to do about this. So stay tuned.